Whenever I prepare one of these reflections, the first thing I do is to read the morning's lessons and find out what the thread is that ties them together. Today's thread is that God's call sometimes leads through suffering, separation, near-death experience, and into a closer relationship with God. In Genesis, Hagar and Ishmael are rejected and cast out into the wilderness. They're abandoned. They're dying of thirst. They're ringing death's doorbell. God hears the bell ringing, and he rescues them. Ishmael goes on to be the father of a great Islamic people. By the way, his name means God hears. Coincidentally, next week, Abraham is told to kill his other son, Isaac, only to be stopped by an angel at the last possible second. To recap, Abe casts his first son out into the wilderness to die. Then Abe very nearly whacks his second son. And I think this is wonderful Father's Day material. I can guarantee you that Abe never had a world's greatest dad mug. Our psalmist this morning is poor and needy, surrounded by trouble and pleading for mercy. He prays, "You, Lord, are good and forgiving," and later, "Save the child of your servant girl." As with Hagar and Ishmael, we see vulnerability, dependence, and rescue through God's steadfast love. In Romans, Paul tells us that Christian life is a participation in death and resurrection. We are buried with Christ. We are dead to sin, and we are raised into the newness of life. Paul is saying that new life comes through a kind of dying. Not necessarily a physical death, but the death of our old allegiances, the death of ego, and the death of the old self enslaved to sin. In Matthew's Gospel, Jesus warns us that following him divides families, destroys reputations, and even threatens life itself. Jesus says, "Those who find their life will lose it, and those who lose their life for my sake will find it." This isn't a cozy, soft, feet up by the fire, cocoa sort of religion. This is an in-your-face, not for the faint of heart, unapologetic religion. Jesus says his disciples will follow the same pattern seen with Hagar and Ishmael, the psalmist, and Paul. Hardship, apparent loss, and a deeper relationship with God. Today's readings reject any